Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with you guys with a SPF makeup routine. So the first thing I do is I always prime my face. So I'm going in with my moisturizing Ulta Beauty spray. It's a primer spray and that's what I do first. And then the next thing I go in with is my Ulta Beauty Hydrating Face Primer. Now with this primer, I put it everywhere. Eyelids, neck, face. I take this one all over the place just to get some extra hydration into my skin. And then the next thing I do go ahead and go in and do is I take my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and with this one I'm very strategic with where I place it. I place it on my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, and of course my chin, and right in the middle of my forehead. So I'm going in with brows now, and I've been trying out a brow pomade, and this is just the Milani brow pomade, and I have mine in the shade Soft Brown. And surprisingly, this was the cheapest brow pomade at Walmart. And so the first thing I do go ahead and do is I make a line on the very bottom and I kind of fill in starting from the bottom up. And so after I line the top and the bottom, I go in and do feather-like strokes at the beginning of my brows. Next, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Revlon Color Stay Eyebrow Pencil. And I go in with this one just to fill in some bald spots that maybe I couldn't get right with the brow pomade since I am still learning. And I also have this one in the shade Dark Soft Brown as well. Next, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Full Fresh Wear Foundation. This one is the only foundation that had the highest amount of SPF, and it was an SPF of 25. And so I am just going to go ahead and put this all over my face. I use 4 pumps, one on each cheek, one down the center of my face, and then a half a pump on each cheek. The next product I'm going to go ahead and go in with is, of course, my Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. And I do take this everywhere, underneath my eyes, down the center of my face. And the reason I'm using so little underneath my eyes is because I am going to go in with another concealer. And then I do just go ahead and blend that out with my Morphe sponge. I absolutely love the way that this sponge applies the makeup. It makes it so seamless, so beautiful. And it's only $8, so I recommend trying it out. Next, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer, and I'm literally going to take a dot underneath each eye and then blend it out. When I tell you guys, a little bit of this goes a long way, like I'm not kidding. A little bit of this goes such a long way. And so I do just blend that out under my eyes, and then I take that onto my eyelids. For my under eyes, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Wet n Wild pressed powder. And I just set underneath my eyes and down the center of my face. And the reason I did this is because I didn't want it to get very cakey under there. And I know that I like the way that this powder looks under my eyes already. Then I did go ahead with Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Banana Loose Powder. And at one point this was too dark for underneath my eyes, and I don't know if I've tanned or because the L'Oreal concealer is really light, that this actually worked perfectly underneath my eyes today. Next, I did go ahead and go in and set my eyebrows since I was done with powder and they were looking a little bit powdery. And I took my e.l.f. Brow Route in the shade Dark Brown. Now I am going to go ahead and just take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer, and I'm just going to go ahead and buff that into my crease, and also just go ahead and take it underneath my lower lash line just to go ahead and add some definition to the eyes without looking too pale. Of course, the next step, whenever I do a really natural look like this, I do like to go in with my Kiss number 11 lashes. And then I go, and of course I take my Kiss lash adhesive and I coat my eyelashes with my Ulta Beauty Ultimate Lashes. Now the Kiss number 11 lashes I got off of recommendation of Juicy Jazz, and I will link her channel up in the cards. But she says that these are really good for those of you who may wear glasses. They don't hit the frames or anything like that, and I recommend these because they're great for beginners and easy to apply. I do go ahead and go back in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I just start with the same brush that I did my eyeshadow with, and I'm just adding very small detailed touches for contouring. Contour my nose, underneath my lip, and cheekbones. And then I just bronze the rest of my face with my Ulta Beauty bronzer brush. Next, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my LA Girl Island Hottie Blush Palette. And I'm so sad, this is completely broken now. But I do take the first two shades and I go ahead and add the blush to my cheeks. Can you guys just see the beautiful sheen that it adds your cheeks without even adding a highlighter? That's why this is my favorite blush palette. And next, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Makeup Revolution highlighting palette, and I have the one for lighter skin tones, and I just take the golden one, I add that to my inner corners, brow bone, and the usual spots that I highlight. Next thing I do go ahead and go in and do is I just take all the makeup off of my lips, and I don't add any product. The only thing I will do is I'll add a lip balm that has SPF, and on this day I did go in with my Jack Black lip balm, and that has an SPF of 25, so that's really good. You do want to make sure to protect your lips as well. And then of course, setting my face with my e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Setting Mist. Well, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you have any regular SPF creams that you recommend for the face, please leave that down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and do go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.